So I would say what is very important when you find out it's Alzheimer's, or even if you're worried that it is Alzheimer's, what I did was immediately go to the end stage in my mind. I was immediately imagining my mom's friends who I had seen shortly before they died of full-blown Alzheimer's, that very vegetative kind of state. And it was unnecessary. Eventually, I wish I could explain how I came to learn to just take every day as it comes and to just be in every phase, because there are phases, and Mark has been in a really nice plateau for a long time where he's actually good company and life's not so bad.
It was a slow progression, but then at the same time it was like fast. It's slow in the sense where we felt like we were able to keep up with her in a sense to kind of meet her needs. It was more of adjusting our life around that, and also especially for Laura, just emotionally seeing her mom deteriorate like that. Because that's like, I remember especially early on, she would say to me like, oh, I can't, I'm just so like sad to see her like that. Like she's not like that. That's, she knows how to do these things, and then suddenly she can't. Just like someone just turned off the switch and then she can't do it anymore.
Yeah, it was so hard for me to accept this.
Mm-hmm. And if I had known in the beginning that, just take it a step at a time, because you don't know how it's going to end. Don't immediately telescope it into thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to take care of this person? That I think I put more on myself than I needed to. And maybe it's just a normal grieving process. But if I had any advice to give to anyone who's following and in an earlier stage, try to shorten that period, because I think the reason I eventually came to realize it, first of all, it doesn't help. It doesn't make your current life happy. And also, I think from going to different support groups, I realized it doesn't always end at that stage.
It's a lot of work.
It is a lot of work. It's a lot of work. But it's worth it, and like you always said, it's only temporary, and it's you want to make sure that when she does pass someday, that she leaves this world with a happy and healthy, mm-hmm. and you don't want to have any regrets, right?
Right.
At every new stage, you have to learn new skills, and when you're away at the beginning, the idea that you even have to do that at all is very sort of like, because you're in your life, So when you're stuck in that point of, I want to go bike riding, and I want to do this, and I want to do that, and I go do that, and then I come home and the house is a mess. I mean, really, get over yourself. I don't know. That's just my feeling. And when I was at stage 1, I was just in shock, really in shock, and just like a zombie kind of like going through, I just couldn't believe it. And I did go to a day-long program at UCSF for caregivers, and at the very end, they had a panel discussion. Well, the whole day I was even like, oh, why am I here? I don't want to be here. I don't want this life. I don't know why I came. And then the very last thing was, we listened to these 4 people whose spouses have now died. So they went through the whole caregiving cycle, and they'd gotten to know each other in a support group up in Marin. And that just turned me around dramatically. I just sat there, and it turned around my whole head about the whole experience, because as I sat there and listened to them, there was something about them. They had grown so much in that experience of caregiving, and they were such good friends with each other. And now they're free, of course, that was a good thing. But it was more, I could sense without even them saying it, just the way they said it, their bearing, the way they were, that this was an experience where they really grew a lot as individuals. And I was sitting there going, wow, you know, it's not all hopeless. It's not like your life is over. It's just different, but it's still life. And you're still growing, just in a way that you didn't anticipate.
More than that, we're also we're providing an example for our baby too. You know,
Right, that's right.
we're being good role models for our kid. How to treat elderly people, how to treat their parents and family members. Always to honor your parents. So I mean, this is our way of doing that. So fortunately, we're able to. There's two of us, and we're able to do it. Not everyone's as fortunate, like whether it be financially or just time or energy or health-wise to do it. But just with this community that we've built, we're able to manage it. So that's good. And then someday our kid will be able to pitch in too and hold on to grandma.
Yeah. It's like, okay, your turn, babysit grandma.
Yeah.